Hannah, you haven't finished your work yet. It's already 4 p.m. You better go home and do your stuff. I'm sorry, Jocelyn. I have to work overtime a little. I'm going to stop by the supermarket and then I'll go home. You're going to be even more late. Yes, I want to buy some groceries for dinner. You're so inefficient. Can't you make something with ingredients you have at home? Didn't you say you want to eat grilled salmon for dinner tonight? That was yesterday. I don't really want to eat it now. Oh, but I still have to buy some milk and stuff, so I still need to go there. Fine. Well, come back as soon as possible. You haven't done your chores, so you need to do the laundry and clean the bathroom. Yes, man. I put the laundry into the dryer for you. You know it's actually your job. I'm sorry. Thank you. I thought you'd be more reliable. That's why I allowed you to work part-time. If you keep burdening me like this, I'll ban you from working part-time too. I'll be careful. I'll finish the chores before I go work from now on. You're the one who married my son and came to our house. You should try to do things ahead of time. It's too late to do it after you've been told. Yes, man. And I've been thinking. I think you dress too classy. Is that so? I think I'm wearing the same kind of clothes like everyone else. You were wearing a camisole the other day, right? When you went out with my son. The flared one. Yes, it's so vulgar to wear something like that. It's like you're flirting with men. You are a wife. Don't wear anything that shows your boobs to another man. But I think it was the one that has my boobs. Whatever, but you could still see them, huh? Moreover, it was pink. That's vulgar. I see. I'm sorry. I'll be careful. You should be more like a wife, putting some makeup and doing your hair. You look like a stripper. Jocelyn, I think that's a bit rude. If you don't want to be judged like that, then dress conservative. No one will look at you even without makeup on. I mean, I can't be a stripper. They're professionals and they care about themselves more. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, that's enough. Talking to you drives me crazy. I'm sorry. Please don't stress me out anymore. Anyway, come back home immediately and do your chores. Hey, Hannah! When are you guys coming home? Well, I just left with my husband. We'll be home late tonight. It's Saturday and we're going out for dinner. Come home now. What's wrong? My precious girl is in trouble. Did something happen to Melissa? She's being bullied by her mother-in-law. Bullying? I hope she's okay. Her mother-in-law makes her work hard all day long. She has to do all the housework by herself. And yet, she still hasn't been treated like a family. The mother made her stay at home alone on family vacations. She couldn't take it anymore, so she called to tell me about it. Oh, I see. That must be tough. I'm planning to call her mother-in-law. But Melissa said I didn't have to. I really don't know what to do. It's a sensitive issue, so I don't think you shouldn't do anything. But I can't stay like this. I can't leave my daughter alone in the house. Also, she called her useless wife. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I've raised my daughter with great care. I see. Hey, you come home now, right? I think we need to have a family discussion. Tell my son that his sister is in trouble. I've already told my husband about it. But Melissa hasn't come to our house, right? No, but even if we came home now, it wouldn't solve the problem. He said we are going out as planned. He's not worried about her. Hannah, you're in the same position as a wife. You understand, don't you? Yes. This is why men are so useless in a situation like this. Melissa's husband is pretending he doesn't notice anything. It's sad not to have emotional support. Melissa is a girl who has nothing to be ashamed of. What's wrong with that mother? I'd be grateful if she were my daughter-in-law. Well, you're her real mother. So, are you saying you're the problem with Melissa? No, it's not that. You know, having a daughter-in-law, I guess it's a sensitive position for being a mother-in-law. I don't have children yet, so I don't understand how you guys feel. If you don't understand, then don't say it. But Hannah, you're happy to have me as your mother-in-law, aren't you? You get to go out with my sons on weekends like this. I feel sorry for Melissa. That mother is a shit. Hey, do you think I should bring her home? I think her feelings come first, so you should ask her first before taking any action. I agree. I'm the only one she can rely on. I need to think. But still, it really pisses me off. Buying a wife is what worse people do. I agree. I think so too. I'll call her again. I'm sure she's at her limits, so I'll try to convince her to come home. Okay. And when she comes back, Hannah, please make sure you follow up with her, okay? I want her to relax and not do anything for a while. Even if she says so herself, don't let her help with the housework. Understood. I want to ask you something. People should get away from a mother-in-law who bullies her daughter-in-law, right? Of course! It's hard enough to live together, plus being bullied is the worst. Got it. Thank you. I'll follow your words too. Good morning, Hannah. Melissa, good morning. What's up? You're at your parents' house now, right? Yes, I am. I heard you move out of our house. That's because I came back, right? I'm really sorry for coming home when you're living with my mom. You won't feel comfortable, right? It's not like that. Huh? Then why? Mom was surprised that you left so suddenly. I ran away from the horrible hack too. Just like you, Melissa. So it's not your fault. A horrible hack? That's my mom, isn't it? Yes. It's hard to say this to you, but I was my limit too. But when she told me about your mother-in-law, she said that bullying a wife is what worse people do. It felt like she was talking about herself. I talked with my husband and I decided to move out. I'm sorry I gave you the wrong idea. I didn't realize. Mom was blaming my mother-in-law a lot. And she was doing the same things too. That's why I'm not going back there anymore. So you don't have to worry about me, Melissa. Your mother is kind to you. Take your time until you calm down. I can't calm down! My mom was bullying you. What exactly did she do to you? I know you don't want to talk about it, but please tell me. I think you'll feel uncomfortable when you hear about it. But I don't mind. Please. Well, it's been a long story, so can I call you? Yes, that's fine. Mom is not home right now, so please tell me everything. Hannah, what have you done? Why did you infuse strange things to my daughter? What? What are you talking about? You told her that I was bullying you? Yes, I did. Okay, so you're admitting it. Why would you do that? My daughter came back home because she was bullied by her mother-in-law. Didn't you have any compassion for others? And I'm the reason you left home. That's right. I left home because I couldn't put up with your bullying. But I did the right thing, right? You said I didn't have to put up with it either. That's Melissa's story. It has nothing to do with you. If you're talking about bullying, I'm related too. You were sarcastic and harassed me every day, didn't you? Me? When and where did I do such thing? We were living together, but you forced me to do all the housework. This is the same as Melissa, isn't it? I did housework too. Just because you put the laundry into the dryer every once in a while, and you count that as a housework. I cook too. You put my dishes to the garbage. Or put a lot of seasoning in the dishes because you say they don't taste good and turn them into garbage. I also clean the house. You only clean your bedroom, right? I clean every other rooms. I get up early in the morning to clean the bathroom and take care of the garden. I can only vacuum on days when I don't work part-time because you said it's too noisy to vacuum early in the morning. I also do the laundry, cook meals, do the dishes, and finally go out. And what do, Jocelyn? What is wrong with a wife doing all the chores? Maybe Melissa's mother-in-law thought so too. Isn't the same thing? I have never treated you like a stranger. When you came back from a trip with your friends, I was the only one who didn't receive souvenir, right? I just forgot about yours. And the snack you buy when you go out. I'm always the only one who doesn't receive any. It was the same when you bought cakes the other day. What is this? Is there a reason? I bought it for my husband and son, who are always working hard. That sounds like an excuse to me. You once told me that I was a useless wife. You asked me whether I was coming with you to the previous family trip, and you were also sarcastic. I think Marissa and I are pretty much the same. I didn't mean to. I'm not the same as Melissa's mother-in-law. Then why don't you ever pick on me in front of your husband or son? You always do it when you're alone with me or while we're texting, don't you? Is that so? Yes. Are you going to forget about the things that are inconvenient for you? But don't worry, I told everything to my husband. I even showed him the text messages. You told my son? Of course, he's my husband. But he hasn't told me anything. He hasn't spoke anything about bullying. I asked him not to tell you. We live together, and I wanted to get along with you as possible. But after what happened to Melissa, I realized that some efforts turns in vain. You say you haven't done anything wrong, but you criticize bullying our wife. That kind of broke my heart. Hannah, you know what? I really didn't mean to bully you. I wanted you to be a good wife, so I gave you some advice. So maybe Marissa's mother-in-law felt the same way. What I'm trying to say is that you're not the kind of person who can blame others. You need to reflect on yourself. Hannah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything I have done. So please come back home. I don't want to. I'm not going to live with you again. It was you who asked me to move in with you in the first place. I don't want to go through all those troubles again. Fine, you don't have to live with me. But instead, will you forgive me? My husband and daughter have been criticizing me for bullying you. They want me to get out of the house. I guess you deserve it. I'm really sorry for what I did. I'll be a good mother-in-law from now on. So please, I'm begging you. Can you say the same thing in front of Melissa? Can you tell her to forgive her mother-in-law? I think she and I are on a slightly different level. You're not sorry if you can say such thing. I can't help you. You should be more aware of the fact that you are the worst person to bully a wife. Later on, Jocelyn accompanied her husband and daughter to visit my parents' house to apologize. Of course, they did not forgive her, but they promised to leave me alone except for weddings and funerals. I told them that I did not want her to leave their house. My sister-in-law scolded her so that it won't happen again. Jocelyn was criticized by the fact that she was bullying me and now she became gentle. She's now doing the chores that I used to do for her, and she's trying very hard to do them herself. Maybe I should have sued her earlier. But we were living together, and I wanted my husband's parents to like me if possible. I think I put up with it for nothing. But from now on, I don't have to care about her anymore. Even if I have to see her, I will not hesitate. Also, my sister-in-law and her husband have stopped living with Jocelyn and moved out. We both agreed that we were very happy that things have turned out well for us. I will never forget to thank my husband for supporting me behind my back, and my sister-in-law and father-in-law for scolding her. I want to continue to get good care of those who support me too.